BBC Radio Guernsey News. It is 5 minutes past 4.
Did you call it Downtown Abbey?
Downton Abbey?
That's better. I mean, it's like, listen, there's nothing...
Unfortunately, I don't watch the show.
There's nothing hip and sexy about Downton Abbey. I can tell you, it's not downtown in any shape or form.
I'm glad I have you here to correct me, Eliza.
BBC Radio Guernsey.
The island station for weather.
Honestly, dear oh dear me. Listen, did you see that rainbow earlier on today? I was driving into work and there was, I don't think I've ever seen such a small rainbow. It was just a tiny segment of it. Obviously, I made a wish. If you saw it, I wonder what your wish was. Listen, it is rather cloudy. You can see that. There are going to be blustery showers and some of those heavy. I hope you've not been caught in them. You are with me, Eliza, here on BBC Radio Guernsey. Now, it's all over the island. Have you got yours yet? Yes, what I mean is the Guernsey Lifestyle magazine, GY1. Listen, if you've not got your hands on it, don't panic, because what I've done is I've got the editor in just to chat through some of the stories and basically let's see if we can tease a bit out of her, find out what it's like to actually work inside and get those stories that they do on the GY1 magazine. She joins me now, Susie Campanella. First of all, listen, you look absolutely stunning. You look like some Italian goddess, are you?
I could speak Italian, so if you like.
Listen, if you do, I'm
Ma cosa dici?
Oh my God. Oh my God. It always it's a beautiful language, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Italy's my favourite place in the whole world.
Whereabouts?
Well, my children's father's Italian, so yeah.
Rome?
My daughter was born at Rome. Is my favourite place. Yeah. How did you guess that?
Listen, I mean, Rome is one of my favourite places
it's
too.
magical, isn't it?
It's the art, it's the ice cream. Oh, I'm so glad I don't live there because my waist size would be massive. That's Corner Shop here on BBC Radio Guernsey. I tell you what, that is an absolute tonic for a day like today. What a day. It's grey, it's murky, it's windy. Oh, it's a day to stay inside with loved ones, watching the TV, listening to the radio and just generally having a jolly old time picking at a nice box of chocolates. Deputy Barry Brayo, who is the President for Environment and Infrastructure, is on the line just to help talk us through a little bit about what's been going on and perhaps answer some of the questions that you've been asking. Barry, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it and, of course, understand that, there's always an element of trying to make the roads safe and trying to ensure that everybody can get where they get to safely, that sort of thing. Addressing some of Heather's concerns, it sounds like she's very worried that there's not enough warning in place around this new system there.
I think hello, by the way. I think it's important just to stress that this is a work in progress. This isn't finished yet. So there are, for example, there's no finished road level. The road's yet to be resurfaced. And there's no road signage. There's no reflective plates. There's no street furniture. There's no guidance for the motorists because it's a work in progress. It hasn't yet finished. And incidentally, when we do these schemes, we do require planning. There was a note in the La Gazette, and we had actually not that many responses. I think we had 8 or 10 responses, possibly from businesses in the area. But what's changing, I think, and I just want people to bear this in mind, is the brewery development was empty for many years. So it's a new development. It's flats, apartments, so there'll be more footfall. The Octopus restaurant, if I can name it, that's becoming increasingly popular, so people want to cross the road. And, of course, we know that there are plans for the Valet, and I take on board the fact that the aquarium's closing. But, of course, there's a great deal of interest in the Valet, both as a pool and, of course, as there are people that are going to press ahead with projects, which we see a great many more people want to visit that area. So we have an obligation, yes, to the motorist, and why not, but also to the pedestrian too. So people generally in the Guernsey context understand what an informal crossing is, and they generally respect them.
Well, let's try and allay some people's fears then at the moment, because what you're saying now is what people are seeing at this moment in time is it's not the finished article. So are you saying that there are going to be warnings way before you get to this particular area at night time? It will sort of be lit up so people can actually see and avoid this sort of like chicane-like element to it. What's it going to look like?
Yeah, firstly, we have to remember that we're politicians and we set policy. So the policy is state strategy, which is Obesity is a problem on Guernsey. Let's get people walking. Let's get people avoiding type 2 diabetes. Let's get people active. Let's encourage pedestrians. Let's make pedestrians feel safe. So that's all in there. So that's the policy bit.
Good morning, welcome along. You are listening to BBC Radio Guernsey. My name is Eliza. I'm in for Oscar this morning, and I have the team, the breakfast team, in here with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Listen, we are talking about Christmas. It is time. I'm not ashamed. I'm not worried. It is time to launch Christmas upon everyone. And I want to know, is it the right time to put your Christmas tree up? When is the right time? And have you already done it? Steph, why are you looking at me like that? You've got like daggers
She's
in
not
your
happy with
eyes.
this.
What? Christmas? Christmas?
No.
Why not?
From the 1st of December, that's
Yeah,
Christmas.
I agree. That's when you start putting your decorations up.
No,
November's overkill.
Yeah.
Because then you've got your tree up for like 6 weeks.
But that's absolutely perfect. I mean, you only get to put it up every now and again. Why not have that sparkle in your house from now? Hayden, what you see? Hayden's nodding along.
I
The man
like
of shine.
Christmas.
Go on, yeah.
I have an advent calendar just to set me up for my advent calendar.